Hi, I'm Mae Martin, and I'm so excited to be here today with Michelle Kaufmann, Google's Director of the R+D Lab for the Built Environment. Thank you so much for being here, Michelle.
Thanks for having me, Laura.
So you recently helped create the first Built by Google campuses. Can you tell us a little more about that project?
We started with this key question of how do we make a campus and buildings that will be vibrant and functional for 100 years when we don't even know how we're going to be working or living 20 years from now. And now it turns out that even with the past 2 years of working from home, even the ways that we're working now is quite different. So ideas we thought might be 3 to 10 years out are actually today. So how do we think about buildings that are flexible for that long term? And with that, we look to the past. We look to buildings that have been functional and vibrant for centuries. And we try to find the common attributes of different projects that have lasted for centuries. Those became the attributes of the physical space.
So it sounds like environmental consciousness plays a huge part in this project for you as an architect. So can you touch a little more on that?
With sustainability, buildings is really this incredible place to start with because globally, buildings are the ones that require the most energy, create the most carbon, require the most water, and impact our health and well-being. And so they can be the biggest problem, but they're also the biggest opportunity. And so it's a big part of how Google is thinking about the future with our workplace, but also coming up with solutions that can be truly scalable so that everyone in the industry can be doing these things. And we need to find these solutions that don't cost any more or take any more time than a traditional building. And that's really hard to do, but that is also what makes it really exciting and how we target and prioritize the kinds of solutions that we do. So that way, in time, they can be accessible to everyone and we can really make a positive impact.
I love that. And so what future of work challenges can purpose-built workplaces solve?
In our case, it's really trying to hone in on what really is essentially our main goal, which is for Googlers to be at their highest levels of productivity and creativity, while also being connected and having a high level of well-being. And what that means is we have to fix those friction points in the workplace that we were experiencing even before COVID. So how can we have more protected focus? How can we have more types of spaces for collaboration, even ad hoc collaboration, that are much more organic, as well as then having more hybrid collaboration throughout, which is really bringing in the offsite participants into the office in a way where we all have an equal kind of experience, where whether we be in a meeting and some people are on a screen and some people are there in person, how can we have it so that everyone, no matter where they are, have the ability to see and be seen, to hear and be heard, and be able to co-create together.
And how has hybrid work affected what employees need from their working environment?
It's such a key question. And what we're finding is people are coming back with more intentionality because now there are some parts of our work we've proven we can do from anywhere, especially the kinds of solo focus work. For some people, you can do it even better at home than in the office. And for some people, it may be that they're wanting to go to the office to focus, but focus with their team members so they can have those shoulder tap kind of conversations to help unlock a problem quickly. So with more intentionality of what people are going back for, a lot of it we're finding has to do around complex problem solving, mentoring, community building, and the office really needs to change to support those types of things. And the successful offices are going to be the ones that really become destinations that add value to your work and your ability to work without friction points when you're there.
As organizations reimagine the future of work, what's one practice that you'd recommend they adopt?
I would say it's to not get too stuck in one idea, because really this is going to be a journey and it's going to be evolving over time. And what may work right now will change in terms of what works well a year from now or 2 years from now, because we're going to be learning now new ways of working together in these hybrid states with more intentionality. We're going to be building new muscles. And that just means that I would really recommend folks to look at learning and evolution as a success metric, because it really is going to be the best to support all the work styles of people over time.
I love that. If you're learning, you're winning, you're growing. Well, thank you so much for being here, Michelle. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great to talk to you, Laura.